Starting from the beginning, Plessy versus Ferguson is what made the term separate but equal the new rule when justifying segregation. Unable to sit in a white-only train car, Mr. Plessy took his case to the Supreme Court, which ruled that as long as segregated cars were equal in quality, then there was nothing unconstitutional about the policy. Many felt, though, that separate was anything but equal. It really was no secret that the separate but equal policy was flawed and seemed to ignore the significant differences in what the white schools had compared to the black schools. Simple things like water fountains were even different. This was the case with most services that were segregated, but especially in the classroom and with school buildings.
It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will.
In response to these inequalities, a push started to be made in order to get the law changed. The culminating case happened in 1954 with the ruling of Brown versus the Board of Education. There were 5 separate cases brought to the Supreme Court under this title that all pertained to the inequalities in school segregation. These issues ranged from black students not being able to ride the school buses or new schools denying black student admittance. The ruling judges found that there was no such thing as separate but equal and ordered the schools to be desegregated with all deliberate speed. The ruling brought what was supposed to bring justice to millions of black families, but brought resistance from many whites who did not want to see a change taking place.
This nation was founded by men of many nations and backgrounds. It was founded on the principle that all men are created equal, and that the rights of every man are diminished, and the rights of one man are threatened. It ought to be possible, therefore, for American students of any color to attend any public institution they select without having to be backed up by troops.
The events surrounding the Little Rock Nine in Little Rock, Arkansas shows the reactions of some white individuals in the South that were against the idea of desegregation. The Little Rock Nine is the title used to refer to the 9 black students to enter Little Rock Central. The governor of Arkansas at the time called in the National Guard to block the students from entering school. The president then sent paratroopers to disband the National Guard and to protect Little Rock Nine while they attended school.
Just got a report here on this end that the students are in. That's right. Turn the cheek down that way, Don, down there. You can see from here some of the action occurring down there.
Similar instances occurred in colleges and universities in the South. One student, James Meredith, had a similar battle with desegregation in 1962 at the University of Mississippi. Several years later, in 1966, Meredith led a march against fear to bring awareness to black voting rights and to help African Americans push past their fears of violence. While on his march, Meredith was shot but survived the attack. Bob Dylan's song, Oxford Town, was written about Meredith. A Supreme Court decision to equally integrate students into schools of good quality passed in 1971. This decision allowed students to be bused to other schools in the area in order to desegregate schools and provide better education for minority students.